Veterans Memorial groundbreaking in Scandia's Lilleskogen Park is proudly sponsored by Matson Funeral Home. Matson's was nationally recognized in 2009 as a top 5 funeral home in the country and has been in business for 95 years. Owned by licensed funeral directors, this Forest Lake Funeral Home is dedicated to providing excellent and compassionate care for those who serve. Matson Funeral Home thanks all veterans for their service and sacrifice.
We're here today to have a groundbreaking for our Veterans Memorial, which has been a work in progress for about 2 years now. The memorial is going to represent veterans from all over the United States serving at any point in U.S. history. And this memorial, too, is for all the communities around us, not just Scandia. So it will be representative of everyone around here. So everyone should be proud to have this memorial to honor our veterans and to be a symbol of our community pride and respect of their service.
For example, my dad served in World War II. He left high school before graduating to enlist in the Navy. Just a tremendous record of service by him and so many others. And my dad, who never heard of Scandia, Minnesota, let alone been here, will be honored as one of the veterans, as Dave said, from all services from all parts of the country. So just a personal example.
Many of you know the origin of Veterans Day. It was started at the end of World War I. It's also called Remembrance Day. So we are here to remember the cost of freedom. We're here remembering the veterans who served, but we're here most importantly because we're remembering what the veterans have fought for, which is freedom and peace. And we're very happy that we have a location in a peaceful setting like Lilleskogen, so it's appropriate to have the memorial here.
We're still at the design stage, but we've agreed that it's going to be a very simple memorial. It's not going to be a grand thing with sculptures and so forth. It's going to be, as Dave said, a place of remembrance. A quiet place. We'll have some benches, we'll have some pavers, we'll have a stone monument of some sort, but don't expect a 100-foot tall sculpture. This is trying to represent the values of our community, straightforward but not gaudy.
You can simply order a brick by, there's a couple of methods. One is going on the Scandia Marine Lions website. Under the foundation page, you'll follow the progress of the memorial there, and there is a brick order form there. Bricks are $100, which is a very good price for this to permanently honor someone on the honor wall. As Tom mentioned earlier, the bricks will go into a wall, which the honor wall will be the backdrop of some pillars in front. But again, a humble memorial. But to buy a brick for the honor wall, it's simply go to the website, or there are brochures available that are located around the city.
Good morning. We're here today at Scandia's Lilleskogen Park to have the official groundbreaking, so appropriate on Veterans Day, for the Veterans Memorial to be located here and to be completed next year. But first, in honor of this very special Veterans Day, I'd like to ask all of us to take a private moment of reflection, to think back on the service of our veterans, and to be thankful for us being here and having this opportunity to start this memorial. Thank you so much, veterans. Mayor Simonson, would you say a few words? You're a retired Air Force veteran, proudly served, and you've done so much to get this project going. Say a few words here.
I would just like to thank everybody for being here today. I think this is a very honorable thing that is taking place here in this community, and also for the surrounding area for all of our veterans. So often in America we sometimes forget the great sacrifice that has been made, and I just truly hope that this is going to be a place where people can come and reflect and remember the sacrifices that have been made by all those that we have known and loved. And I'm very glad to have this a part of our community.
George Gallenberg, your father from Duluth, you mentioned to us that you want a way to honor your dad, and you're going to support the Veterans Memorial. Say a little bit about that.
Yes, this is Donna and I are kind of tracking the fundraising that we're selling the bricks, and I bought a brick for my father. Who is a World War II vet, and I'm going to buy one for my uncle, who is a World War II vet, Battle of the Bulge, Purple Heart, Bronze Star. So it doesn't have to be immediate family. It doesn't even have to be from our community. You can get a brick for your family. We've had 2 bricks bought, one for a family veteran that are family ancestor that fought in our Revolutionary War, and one in our Civil War. So it doesn't have to be anybody from World War II or Korea or Vietnam or Iraq or anything like that. It can be anybody that you'd like to honor, including your family, just to say that you have supported this memorial. This is a memorial to honor the sacrifice of service. And the service does not mean you have to be wounded. The sacrifice is being away from their families. I mean, I have a son-in-law I'm going to honor too.
Anybody else want to say anything before we do the deed?
Well, I also want to thank everybody for being here today, too. This has been a long process, and this marks the beginning of the final phase, the construction phase. And I do want to say a couple of things about the significance of today. Today is Veterans Day, but around the world it's also called Remembrance Day. So it's appropriate that we're building a memorial starting today on Remembrance Day. And most of you know the origin of it. It started with the end of World War I, to reflect on the sacrifices that our soldiers pay for freedom. And I'd like to just say that, we need to focus on why the veterans served. And why did they serve? They served to protect freedom and to provide peace. And so to me, this is a memorial to peace. And what a better location to put it in than peaceful, beautiful Lilleskogen Park. So thank you for all of your support, and we look for the continued support of the community.
1, 2, 3. Perfect. All right.
Veterans Memorial groundbreaking in Scandia's Lilleskogen Park was proudly sponsored by Matson Funeral Home. Located on Forest Lake and owned by licensed funeral directors, the funeral home specializes in unique and personal life creations. Matson's is dedicated to providing excellent and compassionate care for those who serve, and they are honored to care for veterans' families in their time of need. Matson Funeral Home thanks all veterans for their service and sacrifice.